I just wanted to apologize.
No, I should be apologizing to you. You're right. I never raised a child.
Exactly.
I was robbed of that when Eugène took him back to Montreal. I'm still petitioning the State Department, but I think they have me on their enemy radicals list, so.
When was the last time you saw Harpo?
He changed his name to Hal.
I don't feel right about you leaving here.
I don't think Tony wants me here.
And well, where are you gonna go? That house is in no condition to move into, especially now. No, I'm sorry. I can't let you leave.
He up underneath the car, or he's in the back seat. Tony is gonna be livid. No scrub, hilarious.
Who are you?
Richie Aprile.
Richie.
But I thought you were dead.
No, and that was my brother Jackie. He had cancer.
Me too. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Isn't Pavati supposed to be here?
I don't know who that is.
Janice.
Oh, now, please, don't start with that name business.
Richie.
What a scumbag.
Don't you remember me? You used to yell at me for beeping my car horn when I came over to pick up Janice.
Pimp's beep.
You wanted yoga?
I'm very busy with my mother.
Too busy for dinner?
You and I weren't good for each other 20 years ago. What makes you think it's going to be any different now? I am so not that person anymore. So what, you've grown?
Well, you tell me. Did you ever think you'd see Richie Aprile doing downward-facing dog?
I'm happy and Parvati's gonna stay.
Oh, you mean your auntie doesn't think you get punished enough?
That party wasn't my fault. How many fucking times do I have to say it?
Hey!
Oh!
I need $15.
Excuse me?
Cole Porter CD. It's for Madrigals. We're doing 3 of his songs.
She making me angry.
You took my card, remember?
Everybody else, I'm cool with. I even understand Richie. I don't understand her. That daughter getting me tight. Meadow. Yeah. Meadow. You call me, lower your voice.
What's your problem?
Nothing.
Thank you, by the way. Janice should be home by now.
My sister was halfway out the door. You're the fool for her con?
What is she gonna do? Live in a motel, which she can't afford?
How about she goes back to wherever it was she was hiding for 20 years, while I took care of her mother?
I thought we weren't supposed to mention Grandma in this house.
Thought it was cruel to pick flowers.
Richie brought him to Ma.
Richie Aprile.
Yeah, he went to visit her. You know, he always loved Ma.
Oh, no. Okay, it is a dream. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, wait, it's her dream.
You gonna let that animal get away with this? I'll let you talk to your friend.
Come on.
Damn.
I might not be able to wipe my own ass, you know that?
Well, your nose is as far as I'm willing to go. You 1,000% sure it was Richie Aprile driving that car?
1,000%? No, 1,000,000%. He's lucky I ain't no rap fuck, because the law knows that was no random hit and run.
Hey, don't start talking foolish. We're old school, right? We wash our own dirty laundry.
Yeah, old school. So you're here to see your ma? Hey, I hear she's upstairs.
No, I came here to see you, you prick. Thought I told you to back the fuck off, Beansy.
I did. Then I put it in drive.
Oh, you think this is funny? That guy might never walk again. But you know that? When's the last time you gave a fuck about anybody with Richie Aprile? You want to talk all this old school bullshit about the rules? Well, here's a rule you might remember. I'm the motherfucking one who calls the shots. And you better pay me the respect that I gave your brother, or we're gonna have a problem. A bad one. Now get the fuck out of here.
You walk away.
All right, Tony.
Yeah. All right.
Yo, this Richie character, man, stirs some shit up. Did she do that on her own? First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. Look, that was interesting. That Meadow, it seems, unprovoked, went and cleaned the house on her own. And the reason that's such a sharp turn, let's say she had gotten in trouble, everything had happened, and she went and did that. Okay, that's one thing. But nah, we saw her literally smile after the interaction with her parents at the table about the punishment. So you're thinking at that moment, like, she thinks she got one over on them, but she seems to have, I can't even say learned a lesson. She seems to have understood that she caused an issue and that it needed to be fixed. Right? Like, that's part of the maturity. It's not making mistakes. It's understanding, yo, you know you caused a problem. Just saying, well, it wasn't my fault when, you know what I mean? That's the only way to make it right, is to fix it. I wonder if we're going to find out that somebody talked to her or anything like that, or if she just come to that realization. That was interesting. That was dope. And you see Tony like seeing it, he just is like, huh. Right? Like, I don't even want to get to what he was thinking, right? But it was dope that he like came there for another purpose and to witness that. I mean, she's sitting there on her hands and knees, scrubbing, bleach next to her, about to vomit because of all the shit that's in there. You saw the bags in the back. She looked like she's doing it by herself, right? So she understood that there was a problem that needed rectifying, right? And that was crazy. Then let's go to Janice, man. Pavati? Okay. She's a funny character. She goes with however the wind blows. However the wind blows. She's the one sticking up for Meadow, right? Hey, you got to treat her a certain way. Mind your business, lady. Cut two, she goes to the house where she think, oh, that's going to be her bread and butter. She sees how the house is. And now she said, no. Throw her under the jail. Ground her, beat her. Thumb screws, right? Like, she wanted hellfire and brimstone to come down on Meadow. And, yo, there was a run on this episode where, like, it was like 6 straight scenes that were fire, right? And when Carmela popped off on her, she just like, good. So you motherfuckers, like, because she, in her mind, she's like, what is with this family? You gonna act like you didn't just hear what I said? Good, I'm gonna make it clear to you. And she popped on her. And the thing that's dope about Carmela, it seems, is she could just be the, you mess with me, you're dead to me type. But they're family. So she kept trying to help the mother. She kept trying to help her until it went too far. And then you see here, she finally popped on her, but then Carmela comes back around and goes, listen, I'm sorry. And like basically almost begs and pleads her, nah, you gotta stay. Right? Like she wouldn't feel right. And she talked about it being a Christian thing to do. Like she dead ass is a Catholic woman, right? Like she takes that serious, right? As serious as you can take it when your husband's a major mobster, right? He got bodies all over the place, right? Yo, Richie. I like that they've thrown this character in here. His brother died, Jackie. So his brother's high ranking. His father was running the family. Jackie took over when his father, you know. But then you have the brother. So the brother, I won't even say he feels he has the right to the throne, but at the least he feels like he should have some sort of power just based off of the family and the work that he's put in. Because you see the way Chris saw him. My do-rag dangling in the back, right? Look like I got hair. Like, nah. So Chris saw him, and you saw the way that he like sort of, there was reverence there, right? And to see who his niece is, it's like, oh, okay. It seemed almost as if she was like just within the vicinity, but to see that no, she has a actual like she's part of this by blood. Okay. I did not realize that. Had they said that early on that she was related to Jackie and them? Maybe I missed that. I probably missed it. Whatever. That's not even a big deal, right? But he comes back out and he wants to get right back. He wants to get it shaken immediately. So he goes and sees the pizza places and he sees that his guy is killing it. And Tony said something that's dope. He said they use all cash, which if you know about those places, yeah, man. Dollar slice, you know what I mean? It's all cash, all right? They even got the little tip cup. And it'll be like a paper cup. like the paper cup they just put the coffee in, that'll be up there. Somebody will have like wrote tip in a ballpoint pen. It's hilarious. Who knows if it's that way anymore? It probably isn't. It probably isn't. Things are changing. You know, they probably using card. They use a square. You know, I made a little. Anyway, never mind that. He's like, nah, you need to break me bread. And how he was immediately, you like, for one, I cannot recall the actor's name, but when I saw who the actor was, I said, oh, he's old school. Right? Like as soon as I saw him, I'm like, oh. So as he's talking, I'm like, oh, the coffee pot. You're about to get smacked with the coffee pot. Everything in me was like, oh, old school gangster, coffee pots near him, guys mouthing off, talking fresh. He clapped him with it and then beat his ass. And so old dude runs to Tony. Of course he runs to Tony because they got a good relationship. They're using him to launder money. So the thing about it is, he believes I have a say. This was rightfully mine. I'm old school. So let's go to the point where he meets up with Tony the very first time. He's old school in a way where when he was talking to Chris, you felt that. He said, yo, fuck are you? Well, you the motherfucker. Okay. I hear you lay the hand on my niece ever again. Ever again. You know what I mean? It's going to be an issue. He said, he's like, I'm old school, right? Like this dude talking. What was the words he said? I can't remember, but he was like, he was talking back. He was talking back. Chris was. So Richie is like, yo, is he serious? He said, look, I'm old school. I don't give a fuck what you do if y'all married. Because then that's something different. But as long as y'all not, hey, you cut that shit out or it's going to be a problem. And then he walks off and he goes, he's a good kid. That whole scene was old school. If you didn't get it that he was old school by him like invoking it, saying it aloud, like everything about that, from how he handled it. Hey, you touch my niece, you gotta deal with me. The fact that when he talked back, he looked at him like, right? Then there's the whole thing of, hey, when y'all get married, then you could do it. Like, I don't care what you do. And then the last thing was, as he walks away, he's a good kid, right? Like, they understand that those are things that go on, but that's my family. You don't do that. Is that sort of old school way of thinking, right? Old school in every sense. Mobster, family, Americana, as they would say. Like, that's how people dealt with shit. Like, men would be doing all sorts of vile shit to their wives, and people like, well, that's his business. But if it was his sister and it was before they got married, then there's, right? Like it was some lot of demarcation, which is ridiculous. Next part of that was interesting was he could not understand why Tony just got up and walked. Silvio came and was like, no, never here. He tapped on the table, right? Like never here. Okay. So they go to the mall and they talking later on. And that dude Richie is just being a dickhead. Like he can't understand it. He's being a dickhead in every way. And even when he goes and talks to Uncle Junior, my issue is you can see in his eyes he's sizing him up. That wasn't something they did. Like it wasn't done on purpose. You can see him sort of sizing up the situation. So yeah, he's swearing allegiance to Junior, but it's for his own gain, right? And you can see that clear as day. And then he goes and does what he does to the shop owner, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Now, every once in a while they do this throughout the show, right? Shop owner's there, he's laying down, and remember, yeah, we looking at this some family shit, family business, but they'll let you remember real quick. Yeah, but how we deal with things is how we deal with it. The dude was like, he lucky I'm not a rat. Because, they obviously know that, this wasn't no accident or nothing like that. So, and Tony's like, don't go talking crazy, right? You don't even invoke shit like that. It's like saying bomb in any way at an airport, right? You don't invoke rat in any situation like that. But that dude is feeling that type of way because he's been let down by Tony. Right? Remember, this whole mobster thing is you're paying for protection or they're utilizing you. And when they utilize you, the understanding is you're off limits. They'll let any other family know or any other crew know, don't touch my guy. And for that to happen under Tony's watch, Tony, of course, feels a certain way about that. And that guy definitely feels a certain way. Okay? Dr. Melfi. There was something so interesting. First off, I was trying to figure out when they was at the restaurant why she was acting that way. I'm like, yo, was she drunk? Okay. But it was more than that. So she's talking to the other doctor. What I liked was I'm trying to remember if I had ever seen two therapists like talk to each other. And it was so dope that he was going down the path and trying to work it out with her. And she goes, almost there. And then she starts diagnosing herself. And she's like, come on, boy. Like she almost like, come on, boy. I need you to put in that work and help me. Right? She's like, I could have come up with this shit that you talking, right? And once again, throughout the show, she's trying to die. She wakes up from a dream and she writes down what was in the dream. That's interesting to see a therapist dealing with their own issues and now have to deal with it. And we know Tony's in her head heavy, right? Hey, another dope episode. I want to see what this Richie motherfucker is up to. I was not expecting him. And the fact that he's trying to get back with his sister. So they had dated before when they were younger. And yeah, I want to see what his plan is and how Tony's going to deal with it. All right. Hey, next episode. Good episode.